Okay guys, so today I am going to start another submodule of FI finance, that is called asset management. So we'll explain first of all what is this asset management or so-called asset accounting as well, and then we'll see whatever the configuration steps are there, and then we'll followed by our end user testing part. Now here the next slide says asset accounting in the SAP system is used for managing and monitoring fixed assets. In financial accounting, providing detailed information on transaction involve, involving fixed assets. It means one thing is clear that whatever the things we are going to do, whatever configurations we are going to do, these all are related with the fixed asset itself. And I'll tell you guys, whenever if you assume about any organization, of course that organization will have certain fixed assets, like we are having land, we are having building. If it is a manufacturing unit, then they will be having plant and machineries, furniture, fixtures, vehicles, and lots of other assets are there. So what about the treatment of these assets and all? We can have like purchase of assets, sales of assets, and then asset scrapping. If you transfer asset from one company code to other company code or within company code, that is called intercompany, intra-company. So I'll explain later. And asset sales with revenue, without revenue, with customer, without customer, lots of scenario will come. Okay, and the most important scenario or most important activity in SAP is depreciation calculation. So if you talk about earlier, it was happening manually, but in SAP it is going to happen automatically. We have to run a program AFAV, and what will happen, system will automatically calculate the depreciation and the transaction will be posted to the respective GL. Now here, so before whatever the transaction I explained, these all transactions are end user transactions. So before proceeding for end user transaction, of course, we have to do certain configurations in SAP. So what these all configurations we are going to do, those I'll show you guys one by one, and then we'll see the end user part as well. Okay, so if you want to go through path, then you have to go like SPRO, reference IMG, financial accounting new, and see here asset accounting is there, and then we are having lots of configuration steps. So we start generally from organizational structure, and whatever these settings are there, okay, these all settings you can find here in asset accounting lean implementation also. But lean implementation is for a small organization, a very small organization, where they require limited number of functionalities. So in that case we can go for lean implementation, but better to see a broader aspect. Okay, we'll cover several what to say configurational steps and all, since we have to see several different kind of transactions and all. Now, so this is the one way to proceed. The another way is prepared a configuration document also, and see here we are having transaction code. Like if you have to copy reference chart of depreciation, and apart from this, whatever the remaining transactions are, configuration steps are there. For every configuration steps, I have given transaction code also. But maybe for few of the configuration, if we are not able to find out the transactions and all, so I have given the path. Now, so this is the second way. There is one more way, I'll tell you. that easiest way to use the path is use this transaction code. Use this transaction code, then what will happen? You're not required to use SPRO, IMG reference, then asset accounting, then financial accounting new, then asset accounting, like that. In a very single step itself, we can reach till asset accounting, in the sense whatever the configuration you are able to, whatever the steps you are able to see. Now on the first screen, the same steps will be appearing here. See here, asset accounting, it's coming from asset accounting. So from here onwards we can expand the things, and whatever setting you have to do, that you can do, or that we can do. So this is the transaction code which can be used so that we can have a shortcut, it's a kind of shortcut key by which we can reach asset accounting subfolder. Now, so the first step, the first configurational step is copy reference chart of depreciation. Guys, I'll just give a very brief explanation of chart of depreciation. Earlier we have created chart of account. In the similar way, chart of depreciation also we are going to set up. Now, chart of account is nothing but the chart of account is the group of GL account. Okay, chart of account is nothing but the group of GL account. Whereas chart of depreciation, what is this chart of depreciation? Chart of depreciation is nothing but group of depreciation area. Now what is this depreciation area will be discussed later. As of now, chart of depreciation is the group of depreciation area. Now here, chart of depreciation cannot be created. If you want to create new chart of depreciation, creation is not possible. So what we have to do? SAP has given a reference chart of depreciation to each and every country. Every country, wherever they are having businesses and all, almost they have set up, they have given a reference chart of depreciation. So what is advisable, or by SAP, that you must have to copy. Advisable means it's not like that. Advisable in the sense like we are having option. We can create our own, or even we can use some standard chart of depreciation given by SAP. But here I won't say advisable word. I'll say that you must have to copy the chart of depreciation. We don't have any other option. Here we cannot create our chart of depreciation. So in order to copy chart of depreciation, I'm just going to copy the reference chart of depreciation. So see here, copy reference chart of depreciation. Double click on copy reference chart of depreciation, and see we are not having any create option, but we are having copy option. So click here, and then from chart of depreciation. So from chart of depreciation means what is your reference chart of depreciation given by SAP? So that is 1IN. It is given by SAP 1IN. There should not be any question why 1IN, because SAP has given that. Okay, so 1IN is the reference chart of depreciation given by SAP, and here TM10. I'm going to give our chart of depreciation name TM10. Press enter. If you want to copy number ranges, I'm not going to copy number ranges. Now see here, it's getting copied. Lots of things are getting copied. Several tables are getting copied. Now press enter. So what we have done, we have copied the reference chart of depreciation. Okay. Now back button. Then specify depreciation of specify description of chart of depreciation. Specify description of chart of depreciation. Double click. and click on position TM10. So here what we are going to do, we are going to change the description. You can give your description, chart of depreciation for Tata Motor. Press enter and then copy delete depreciation areas. So whatever the required depreciation area, whichever depreciation area we are going to use, those we have to keep, and remaining we are going to delete. So chart of depreciation is TM10, which is already appearing here. Press enter and then what we have to do, click on select all here and then deselect book depreciation and delete and then save. So we have kept book depreciation and whatever the remaining was there, that I have deleted. Now press enter button or else click on continue. Enter once again. So we have done with the copy a reference chart of depreciation, guys, and then we have changed the description and whatever the required depreciation area is there, that we have kept and remaining we have deleted. This is the first step. Now second step, assign chart of depreciation to company code. So whatever chart of depreciation we have created, those chart of depreciation will have to assign, whatever chart of depreciation we have created, that chart of depreciation we have to assign to our company code. So let me check. I think we have to do one more setting and then we can assign, or else system will not allow. So let me check once again whether right now it is allowing or not. And give your position, click on position and give your chart of depreciation TM10. And here also you have to give TM10 itself. Press enter and try to save what is happening. Okay, company code entry TM10 are incomplete, see long text. So this is what I was expecting. So the assignment, before assignment, what we have to do, we have to create a zero tax code. We have to do one more setting. I'll say you guys. So that is why you have to follow this configuration document, guys. Here in video I just wanted to show you why we have not assigned chart of depreciation in second step itself, because system will throw error. So what exactly we are going to do in second steps? In second step we are going to create zero tax code. It will be somewhere I have created already. See here, zero tax code, creation of zero tax code. This is in second step which we have to do. So let me create a zero tax code. So guys, we are going to create zero tax code. Now I'll tell you guys what is the requirement to create a zero tax code. Now what is happening when we have, if you guys are able to remind, I'll just explain, because this could be your interview question. I'll just show you guys FS00. Now say for example, we are having rent GL. This is your expense GL. And whenever you are going to buy something or whatever the expenses are there, whatever the things we are purchasing something from vendor, so what will happen, we have already set up tax on sales purchase setting, and that is for indirect taxes. So vendor is going to apply certain indirect tax. So what will happen here, once we do the configuration about tax on sales purchase, then we are going to give tax category here. It means if you give tax category here, then what will happen, you must have to enter, while posting a transaction against rent GL, let's suppose, you must have to enter certain tax code. And if you are going to enter a tax code, then system will deduct certain tax. But if you are trying to post, let's suppose if you are trying to post an entry and during asset purchase and asset sales, And let's suppose that sales and purchase GL, that is there also we have given some tax category. So in that case system will ask to enter certain tax code. But if that transaction is non-taxable, if the asset we are purchasing or selling, if it is non-taxable, and if you are going to assign a tax code, so non-taxable means, I'll just tell you guys here in details. Let's suppose we are having 2 GL, purchase and sales. We are having, we'll take example of 1 GL itself, purchase GL. We are having this purchase GL, and in purchase GL we have given like input tax allowed, input tax allowed. Okay, now it means whenever you post any transaction against purchase GL, you must have to give input tax. Right now we are having, let's suppose 12%. Right now we are having 12%, 5%, like that, and even let's suppose 2%. I'm just quoting an example here, guys. Okay, I'm not talking about the real tax. Okay, now so these three taxes are there, and against this we have created some tax code T1, T2, and T3. These are the tax code. So whenever you post any, whenever we are going to purchase anything from vendor, then system will ask you to assign certain tax code. Why? Because that is tax category. We have already assigned a tax category here. It means this GL must, while posting a GL account, you must have to give certain tax code. Now, so we are having only three tax code. So if you purchase an asset from vendor, again we are going to use, say for example, purchase GL itself. If you use the same purchase GL, then what will happen here? Then system will ask to us to give certain tax code, to assign certain tax code. So if you use any of this tax code, system is going to deduct certain percentage. But if the asset we are purchasing, and let's suppose if it is a non-taxable transaction, in the sense the government says like in case of purchase of any XYZ related asset, there should not be any tax, should not be deducted, or tax deduction is not required. In that case, what will happen? If you are going to assign any tax code, system is going to deduct certain percentage. So what we are going to do, we are going to create another tax code with T0 and 0%. So what is the benefit here? Since if you are going to post any purchase related entry, this purchase GL is having like tax code is mandatory. So you must have to enter the tax code. So in order to fulfill that requirement, we are going to assign a tax code T0. But since this transaction is non-taxable transaction, so system will also, since T0 stands for 0% deduction, so system will not be able to deduct any tax because 0% is nothing. So system will not able to deduct any tax. So here both the requirement we are able to meet. Since GL become tax code, like for while posting a transaction against those GL, the tax code is mandatory. So we have given the tax code. Second thing, zero tax code. So we meet the requirement, and even the transaction is non-taxable, and whatever tax code we have given, that is 0% tax code. So transaction is non-taxable means nothing is going to be deducted. So that is how we are able to meet both the requirement, and which is why we are going to create 0% tax code. So this is a mandatory setting, guys. You must have to create 0% tax code both for input and output. I'll have to log in once again. So Now I am going to create 0% tax code. So FTXP is the transaction code to create a tax code, and here anything, let's suppose I am going to give A0, 0%, A for output. See here, tax type means output tax. A stand for output tax. Output tax will be levied on all the sales related. Give here 0 and save this. And I am going to create V0, that is for 0% input, and tax type V, and here system automatically assigned 0. Save this. So these two 0% tax code we have created, guys. If you see my tax on sales purchase video, already I have shown you guys how to do configuration for tax on sales purchase. So since already I have covered in the last classes, so I simply shown you guys how to create a 0% tax code. Now, so 0% tax code I have created. Now, what is the second step? Second step is you need to assign this tax code, here against your company code. /NOBCL is the transaction code. See here, click on position, and here we are going to assign here we are going to link our tax code which we have created just now. So input means V0, output means A0, and save this. So these are the two mandatory steps which we must have to do before assigning chart of depreciation to your company code. Now what we can do? Now we can assign our chart of depreciation. Now we can assign the chart of depreciation. So go to ORFA transaction code /N, and then organizational structure. So chart of depreciation we have already copied. Chart of depreciation we are going to assign. Now see, now error will not appear. Here I am going to assign the chart of depreciation. See, there is no error. Even if you save, there is no error at all. Okay, so the sequence you have to follow, whatever sequence I have given in this configuration document. Okay, one by one. That is going to be very much easy for you guys. And then expand asset class. Okay, and now specify account determination. The next setting is specify account determination. What is the use of account determination? That I'll let you know, guys. See, whenever you post certain transaction, then those transactions will be posted against GL. So here in SAP, what is happening in most of the cases, the GL account will be determined by system automatically. Here we are not going to, in most other transaction, we are not going to give GL account manually. Okay, so here system is going to derive GL account automatically. But how system is going to derive GL account? Somewhere we have to assign those GL, then only system will be able to derive the GL account. So where we are going to assign those GL, those I'll let you know. And this account determination also we are creating for the same purpose. Now, so click on new entry and account determination. Let's suppose we are having plant and machinery. So TM or plant and machinery. So T, this is the code we are going to give. Likewise, we can have for furniture fixtures. we can have for buildings and whatever other categories are there. So I'm just going to create for one for plant and machinery, and similar setup will be there in case of every categories. Just save it. So why we are going to see, guys, I'll tell you, we have to categorize the assets in a different like plant and machinery will come under one category, vehicle we are having, computers are there, furniture fixture will be there, building is there, leasehold land will be there. I'll tell you guys, on land generally what is happening, we are not on land, we are not giving, sorry, on land we are not calculating this depreciation, because land is things which is not depreciable, it is appreciable. Day by day the value will increase. But if you are having leasehold land, then what will happen, those value will keep on decreasing. So these are the things here. So I'm just going to create for one. If you want to create for more, you can, but better not to be go in such criticality. You need to understand the process first. So just configure for one kind of assets, whether it is plant and machinery, furniture fixture, or computer, or whatever it is. For one you set up, once you become expert you can do whatever you want, because guys, asset management is the most difficult sub module of FI finance. So it's bit difficult to understand in a single practice. You keep on practicing, and even if you become a real time consultant, and so in real time also you keep on learning about asset management. Okay, so endless. And that is why most of the companies are like keeping a separate team for asset management, and most likely CA people will be there, because if you talk about depreciation calculation, very different kind of and critical requirement will be there from companies and people like us who belongs to non-accounting background. It's a bit difficult to understand the requirement, and even a simple graduate people will be having some problem. But if you talk about CA, they have spent almost 7 year, 8 year, 10 years in those kind of activities, and also for them it's bit easy to understand the scenario. So that's what. Anyway, we diverted from topic. So I have just created an account determination, save it, come back, and then create a screen layout. This screen layout is why we are creating this screen layout. Screen layout is going to control the fields which appears during creation of asset master. How? Matter of practical. But here right now, so screen layout for plant and machinery, we have to copy anyone. See here, anywhere, just copy this one itself, that's not an issue, and give again T. Here also the same code I am going to give, and then plant and machinery. Okay, press enter and save this. And define number range interval. So this number range we are going to define for what? This number range, guys, we are going to define once you create an asset master. Once we create an asset master, what will happen? System is going to, and once you save that, system is going to give you an asset master number. So where this asset master number will come from? This asset master number will come from here itself. So I am going to give a number range here, press enter, save it, press enter once again. Don't apply check mark here on external checkbox. If you apply a check mark on external checkbox, what will happen? Then manually we have to give number range, in the sense number, every time whenever the asset master is getting created. Okay, and if you don't apply a check mark, it means system is going to derive a number automatically during creation of asset master. And if system is going to derive, then what will happen? The benefit is sequence will be maintained. or else every time what we have to do, if you are going to give manually, then every time we need to check here the number range status. From here you'll come to know that okay, this is till what asset master we have created. We have created till 1005, so next number is 1006. So it's a bit difficult to follow this and all. Anyway, so here we have created the number range. Now the most important thing of asset configuration, define asset class. So guys, whether you have a clear understanding of about the asset management or not doesn't matter, but once you go for interviews and all, people will ask few questions from asset management, from asset accounting, and out of which the most important question is what do you mean by asset class. So you must be able to answer. I'll just let you know what is this asset class, what does it control. Okay, that itself we have to explain. So here T, I'm just going to give, and here this is asset class code I have given. Now whatever the account determination we have created, that is account determination is, this is the code, and whatever screen layout rule we have created, those whatever number range we have created, everything apply a check mark here, and then you need to save. So here, okay, till number range. Okay, so here I have already given the code only changed, the code only is changed. Okay, remaining all the settings are almost same. Now the same thing I have given here also. So account determination we are going to link with asset class, screen layout rule we are going to link with asset class, number range we are going to link with asset class itself. Now, so what is the answer here? The answer is, if somebody asks about what is asset class or what do you mean by asset class, what you have to say, asset class determines the similar types of assets or similar nature of assets. Guys, asset class is just like account group. If you guys are able to remind account group, whenever you create a GL master or customer master or vendor master, we are going to create those master data against account group. So what will happen if you're going to create those master data against account group determines the account group decide the number range for a master data, it controls the number range, and it also controls the fields which appears during creation of master data, in the sense GL master, customer master, vendor master. If you talk about asset class, then we create an asset master against asset class itself. So here asset class also, generally asset class determines or it controls the number range, it controls the screen which appears during creation of asset master. Why? Because I have linked screen layout rule also here, and it also determines the GL account. GL account is being determined by asset class itself, because account determination code I have given here, and against this account determination code we are going to link GL account. I'll show you guys once more so that you'll be having better understanding, or else once I post the transaction then I'll let you know, then you guys will be having better clarity. Because against account determination, in next step what we are going to do, we are going to link a GL account against this account determination itself, guys. Okay, so and a screen layout rule, in the sense whatever the things are, if you want to make something mandatory, suppressed, or display, these all things will be done against screen layout rule itself. Number range is going to control the number range while creation of asset master. So that's what, if somebody is asking what do you mean by asset class, you have to say asset class And one more thing, whatever the plant and machinery related assets we are going to create, let's suppose we are having 1000 assets which is related to plant and machinery itself, because lots of small to big assets will be there, and let's suppose 500 assets we are having. Okay, so those all assets are going to be created under plant and machinery asset class itself. So what is asset class? If somebody is asking, you have to say asset class is a group of similar nature of assets. It also controls the what to say fields which appears during creation of asset master, and apart from this it controls the number ranges, and the most important is it determines the GL account while posting as an asset related transaction. So we have created our asset class. Now the same you can give here in short text also, and save this. The next step is we have to create GL account. Why? Because whatever account denomination code I have linked with asset class, against that account denomination we are going to link certain GL, and those GL will be derived by system automatically while posting certain asset related transaction. Okay, so which GL we need to create, how many GLs are need to be created. Okay, these all GLs we have to create at a time, and then we are going to link. How to link? Those I will show you guys. First of all, we have to decide how many GL we have to create. Okay. So here already I have specified how many GL I have to create, or we have to create almost 7 GL we have to create. And if there is more requirement from organization, they can add few more. But here these are the 7, at least this much GL we need to create. Okay. Now how to create this GL, I'll show you once again. So now we are going to set up GL accounts. How many GL accounts we are going to create? The first of all, we have to create some reconciliation GL for plant and machinery and accumulated depreciation on plant and machinery, then asset sales, uh, then profit on asset sales, loss on asset sales, loss due to scrapping, depreciation and all. So these are the GLs which we are going to set up. So one by one, I'll just set up these all GLs, and then I'll show you guys how we are going to assign the GL accounts. So plant and machinery and accumulated depreciation on plant and machinery, those we are going to create. First of all, use transaction code FS00. Now plant and machinery is your balance sheet GL, and that too a part of, I'm just going to copy. What is the next number? 1003. So give here 1003, press enter, and plant and machinery is the part of assets, so I have created under asset account group plant and machinery. Okay, so here plant and machinery I'm going to create as a reconciliation account. Reconciliation GL cannot be posted directly, guys. So here and here I have given asset management, sorry, asset, and then G067. Save it. Accumulated depreciation, just copy this one, and I am going to create accumulated depreciation under asset itself. Why, guys? Because accumulated depreciation, if you see, it will be there asset side itself. If you are able to remind the balance sheet, accumulated depreciation balance will be shown and in asset side itself, though the value will be shown in negative, but still that will be shown in balance sheet. It will be shown in asset side itself. That's what we are going to create under assets. So here I have given the next number range, and just you need to change the description here. Accumulated depreciation. Save this. And then the next GL. What are the next GL? asset sales, and then profit on asset sales. So these things we are going to create under sales revenue. These two GL we are going to create asset sales and profit on asset sales. So we are going to create under revenue. So here just copy, make it 3001 and change asset sales account and save it. And then another GL I am going to create profit on asset sales, make it to 3002, make it 3002. So here I'm just going to add profit on profit on profit on asset sales and save this. So these two we have created. Then another two we are going to create loss on asset sales and depreciation GL, that is the part of expenses. So here we are going to create loss on asset sales 4001, press enter, and then just enter profit, and we are going to change here by the text, we are going to make it loss on asset sales, and then depreciation GL, make it 4002, make it 4002, depreciation account. Okay, so these are the GL which we have to create. I have already created those GLs. What GL you have to create, under which account group you have to create, everything I have given, and we have to create one more. Okay, loss due to scrapping. Under which circumstances these GLs are going to be used, that will be explained in details once I post end user transactions. As of now, you have to create these GLs. So one more GL we are going to create. What is that? Loss due to scrapping. So this also we have to create under expense itself. Total 7 GLs. Till now we have created only 6. So just copy this one and make it 4003. Make it 4003 and make it loss due to scrapping, and here also loss due to scrapping, and save it. So we have created this GL also. Okay, now almost all GLs we have created. Now what is the next step? Whatever GL we have created, those GL we have linked with, we have to link with account determination key. Okay, account determination key we have created in the first step itself, not in first step, actually on third or fourth steps we have created account determination key. So against that account determination key we are going to link these all GLs. How to link these GLs, I'll let you know. So here just open one more screen and use transaction code, which just now I've shown you guys, ORFA. What is the advantage of using ORFA transaction code? Directly it will take you to asset accounting steps. Here organizational steps, organizational structure, already we have done all the settings whichever required. Now integration with general ledger accounting. Here we are going to integrate our GL account. It means we are going to assign our GL account. Click on here, assign GL accounts. Click on assign GL accounts, and then give your chart of depreciation. Your chart of depreciation is TM10 itself. Press enter button and then select this and double click on account determination, and under account determination click on position, and what is your account? M and P. T, M and P. Press enter. Select this. Double click on balance sheet account. So here we are going to give the balance sheet. Whatever the GLs we have created, those GLs we are going to link here. Now, once I complete this configuration, then I'll let you know how system is going to identify the GL account and how asset class is going to determine the GL account. Okay, or else once I create asset master, then I'll tell you guys how system is going to identify the GL account, and then you will be having a better understanding about the definition of asset class. So here, first of all, one by one, we are going to link these all GLs which we have created. Now, so okay, here plant and machinery. Let me see. So here we are going to link the reconciliation GL that we have created on plant and that we have created for plant and machinery. So this one I'm talking about plant and machinery GL. Now here loss made on retirement, it means loss due to scrapping. We are going to give here loss due to scrapping. Retirement in the sense, let's suppose, okay, that I'll explain once I post that transaction. So I'll give you a detailed explanation. Loss due to scrapping, those GL we are going to give here. So where is loss due to scrapping? It's here. And then let me check once again. Here it is, loss due to scrapping. And then asset sales. Here asset sales in the sense, see here we are having asset sales GL and here profit on asset sales. Press enter and see where is the profit on asset sales. Here it is profit on asset sales. Here loss on asset sales. So we might have created that GL also, loss on asset sales. Just check where is the loss on asset sales, which we have created just now, loss on asset sales. So these are the GLs, 5 GLs we have linked here. Press enter. Now everything is coming. Save here and press enter once again. Press enter once again. Now double click on depreciation. And here what we are going to do, here we are going to give accumulated depreciation first and then normal depreciation GL in second. Just give accumulated depreciation here. Where is our accumulated depreciation? Here accumulated depreciation, and what is the normal depreciation? 4002. So here give accumulated depreciation and here manually you can enter 4002 or else you can select also. So what we have done, we have linked our GL account and against which we have linked the GL account against account determination key. See here against account determination key we have linked all the GL accounts. Now, and this account determination key we have linked with the asset class, and against that particular asset class we are going to create an asset master. So if you post any entry related to asset master, system is going to find out this asset master created against which asset class, and then under that asset class which account determination key we have given, and under that account determination key what are the relevant GLs we have assigned. Okay, so that is how system is going to identify the GL account, guys. Still, once I post the entries and transactions, you people will have better understanding, still we have completed only half, even less than half. So now account determination we have done. So what is the next setting? The next setting is specify document type for posting of depreciation. Here we are not going to specify a new document type, just we need to check the number range, whether the number range, correct number range is assigned over there or not. If not, then we have to change the number range, that's it. So what we are going to do, use transaction code OBA7, use transaction code OBA7, open a new screen, open a new screen and use transaction code OBA7, and we'll check depreciation document type, because we have to check it right now. If is the document type, 05 is there, but our number range is 01, so I have changed to 01. If you don't change, then system will throw error while posting of depreciation. Okay, so these we have done. Now we are having another steps called determination of depreciation area in asset class. So guys, this is the transaction code. Why we are going to do this setting, I'll let you know guys. Whenever you create an asset master, in asset master several tab will appear. In that we are having a tab called depreciation area also. So in that tab we are having certain fields which will appear. So those screen layout, in the sense those fields can be controlled by this setting. Use transaction code OAYZ. Right now you guys are not able to assume, because you are not having, you're not able to visualize asset master screens and all, since you have not created. But once you create, then you will be able to understand whatever I am explaining right now. So the next setting is OAYZ, where we are going to link and screen layout for depreciation key, sorry, for depreciation. Now click on position and give your asset class number T, M and P. Double click, select this and double click on depreciation area and give your screen layout 2000. This is the standard, and deselect this one and save this. Save this guys and press enter. Okay, now so this screen layout is going to control the fields which appears over there. Okay, as I said, in asset master we are having a separate tab called depreciation area. So if you don't give this a screen layout, what will happen in that asset, in depreciation tab, nothing will appear. It will be completely blank. Sometime it happens, what is happening during configuration, if somebody by mistake, if somebody has left this setting, then depreciation tab will be visible, but inside of that tab nothing will be there. No fields will be there over there. No fields will be there. So what is the problem? If the fields are not there, then depreciation key we won't be able to assign. I'm not going to go in such a huge details and all, because it is going to create a kind of confusion. We'll explain once I create asset master, then you'll be able to understand the impact of this right now. So let me complete the configuration first guys. Still we are having several to go. Now the next is specify rounding rule. What is the use of rounding rule, that I'll let you know guys. Here let's see, we are having any transaction code. Yes, OAYO is the transaction code, and just use this transaction code here, /n OAYO, sorry, /n OAYO transaction code. So what is this rounding rule, guys? While posting any transaction, let's suppose we are having already I have explained the use of a rounding rule here. Press enter button, press enter, and then give your company code TM10. Press enter, double click on rounding specification. So here we are going to create automatically calculated depreciation and then arithmetic rounding. So what is the use of this rounding rule, guys? The rounding rule is like, let's suppose system has calculated depreciation 100.01 or 100.35. So what is happening? System is going to make it a round figure. If it is less than 1.5, then it will become 0, and if it is more than 0.5, then it will become 1. So this is the use. System will not keep any value in after decimal places. Everything should be 0 itself. That is the use of rounding rule. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. Arithmetic round means whatever I explained just now, that will be followed. Like if it is less than 0.5, then what will happen? System will consider 0. More than 0.5, system will consider 1. Round up means 0.01 also will be considered as a 1 itself, and even 0.99 also will be considered as a 1 itself. Round down means 0.0 will be 01 will be considered also considered as 0, and 0.99 also will be considered as a 0 itself. So here always we click arithmetic rounding. Now check the next steps. The next step is depreciation calculation method, guys. So we'll use this transaction code. This is the transaction code which we are going to use. Okay, so here we are going to define depreciation calculation method. Okay, now use this transaction code /n. Now, so what we are going to do, click on new entry and give a code here, straight line method, validity from ordinary depreciation start date, and then double click on level and click on new entry. So acquisition year, always the maximum we are going to give. Period, sorry, not period, yeah, period. Here 12 months, always period will be 12 months itself. Base value 01, and what is the percentage which we are going to calculate as a depreciation percentage? That is 10%. Now guys, what is 01 is, what is this 01? You need to understand. If you see here 01 base value, we are talking about straight line method. So 01 is saying acquisition value. How we are going to calculate in a straight line? How we are going to calculate? We are going to calculate, like let's suppose your acquisition value is 1000. So 10% of 10% of 1000, 10% of 1000. So every month, let's say every year 10% of 1000 will be calculated. Every year 10,000, 10% of 1000 will be calculated. So this 1000 is called acquisition value. Okay, but even now if you are going to specify a code for written down value method, like declining balance method or written down value, whatever it is, so here we are going to select a different, that is I think 25 or 26. Yeah, that is your book value 24. Okay, book value. So why we are book value? Because declining balance is saying, like now it become, let's suppose we deducted 10%, it become 900. So now 10% will be calculated on 900. So now what is this 900? This 900 is your book value. So every time depreciation will be calculated, on book value. During declining balance method in a straight line, depreciation will be calculated on acquisition value. Acquisition value is nothing but the value or the price at which we have acquired the asset, at which we have purchased the asset. Okay, so now just save this, setting, and see we are having some more setting which we have to do. Okay, period control method. Period control method, we are going to use the standard 001. Okay, this is a mandatory setting. Where it will come, that I'll show you guys. And we have to do one more thing, maintain depreciation key. Use this transaction code. We have to maintain depreciation key. Okay, so we are going to maintain depreciation key. This depreciation key is going to determine your percentage and everything. How? I'll just let you know, guys. /n and give your transaction code. So here, whatever this multi-level method I have, oh my god, let me finish it as soon as possible, guys. Okay, because only 7% batteries remain. Okay, so click on new entry and give a depreciation key TM10 itself, and here something, apply a check mark on these two, and then no interest, these two only. Let me check even for me also. Okay, yeah. And then what we have to do, double click on assignment of calculation and click on new entry, and then here ordinary depreciation, start of depreciation, here base method, this is standard which we are going to give, period control 001, this is also standard, multi-level which we have defined, this we are going to give here, nothing else. So everything is correct. Now just save it. This depreciation key we are going to assign during creation of asset master, guys.